should emphasize on the pronunciation. Like
Yeah.
even if they, yeah, something like that. But just that was just like a something I came across that I wanted to share. That's all. But I
Yeah, it's
still
true.
think, yeah,
I noticed that too. You're right. It's that, the whole idea was that, okay, now it should be able, we should be able to use real-time AI, voice AI, and the experience would be so much better. That was the theory coming in. And while it is actually much better, when using the OpenAI app, for some reason, like their real-time voice AI, API is rubbish. So I'm not really sure why this is happening.
because of the text, the speech to text thing. Apparently,
Well,
all models,
mm,
most of all models do that. Like majority, if not like I've spent some time trying to figure out how these models work, and like in its core, it's just speech to text.
yeah, but the voice to voice models were supposed to be different, and
Like
that's
for
what
example,
I'm
there's this
finding
tool.
confusing.
This is this tool, yeah. So there's this tool that does cloning. So you upload like samples of your voice, and then it will say anything you want it to say in your own voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So in its core, it's just speech to text.
Okay. No, the cloning is actually different.
Anyways, I
It's
just
not
wanted
speech to
to.
text.
Which one?
The cloning, I think, is actually different. It doesn't do speech to text.
No, actually, it
Are
does.
you
Like
talking
when
about
you
like
when you.
11 Labs and those
Yes,
those
yes, yes.
startups? Play HT.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm not sure it's speech to text. I think I saw a tutorial on how to create your own solution like that, and I think you fine tune a model based on their voice, and they give you a prompt. Yeah, they give you the text that you need to read,
Yes,
and then you
yes,
read it. Um,
yes.
but that's so
And
that they have
even
like they have a way to um, compare the nuances of your voice against like the whatever the default the default model expects expectation for those words that you pronounced. But
like
I don't
even
know.
after
I don't know
you,
how the thing
yeah,
works under
like
the hood.
even after you train your model, like you don't say the words verbally, like you type it down, and the
Yeah,
and they it will read it for
that's
you.
text to speech.
So yes, so ultimately it goes down to text.
Well, yeah, the speaking part is text to speech.
Yes,
That's if you're using that pipeline, which is you're going to convert the spoken words into text, and then you're going to pass it through an LLM to decide what to say, and then you take that text output from the LLM, and then you feed it into this text to speech, and that's how you
correct.
mimic a conversation. That's the pipeline approach. But voice to voice models go directly from voice to voice. Um, there's no parsing in the middle.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
Cool, cool. So, auto marketer. I saw something kind of like this uh the other day. But I'm trying to remember.
if you may share your screen,
Oh, did I stop doing that?
you did.
Okay. Yeah, I saw something kind of similar that I thought might be a good reference point, but I have no idea how to look it up. And it was just someone who posted this new tool that they had created. Um, it wasn't this. It was like something else, but it kind of gave me similar vibes. The whole idea was that it would help you with posting. And then I think it asked you like what the purpose of your post is and what you want the emotional level to be, whatever. And then it would generate the post based on like the inputs that you feed it. But all of the inputs were text, and you had to manually type them in. This would be like that on steroids, but it would be like the output would be the same. You would create, say, posts for LinkedIn or Twitter or something else. Um, but the core sort of thesis, if we were to dive into this, actually, we'd probably get some help from AI here. Um, I always get confused, like whether to type OpenAI or ChatGPT. Maybe we can get some help from ChatGPT. Let's see. I'm trying to come up with a problem statement for an auto marketer solution. And the idea here is that a lot of people have trouble coming up with marketing materials or, tweets, LinkedIn posts, etc. Because it doesn't feel like they have anything to share. But in reality, they do actually have a lot of interesting perspectives to share, but they just need to be uncovered. And so the purpose of Auto Marketer, this tool, would be to take those interesting thoughts, try to extract them somehow, and then to feed them into some sort of model, which polishes them and extracts unique insights, and then automatically posts it for them on whatever social networks they have linked. And the incentive here is to allow them to, so the purpose is to allow them to share their unique perspectives and, create an audience or assemble an audience of people that think similarly, like-minded individuals, um, without having to manually like rack their brains to come up with something and end up short and then quit. Bullet points. Okay. Um, yeah, let's update. All right. So, oh, 4.5. Let's give it a shot.
Is that like a paid version?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to the pro version. But I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not available on the free version, but probably available on the 20 a month. Yeah, see? Like th this is basically the issue that we're. Yeah, the interesting thing with doing the podcast format is you can do this both audio and video. Like I've seen a lot of viral clips, like you would see this on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok even, where they're just clips of someone speaking in what appears to look like a podcast setting. And they're just saying something interesting, and that's what the clip is just the bit where they're saying something interesting. You don't even see the host. So theoretically, like you could create something similar, um whereby like the person is interviewed by an AI, and then the output is actually video and all of the text and audio content that you can then use to create posts. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you get multiple forms of output, including video.
Like
Man,
you
that would
get
be
the
so
whole,
cool. What's that?
yeah, like you would get the whole bundle.
Yeah, I
search the
mean,
video and
I don't know
audio.
if podcasts are the best way to do this, but the way I kind of imagine this is like you would enter a topic that you want to discuss or that you want to create content about or that you feel like you're particularly knowledgeable about, and then you click record, and then a conversation starts. It's basically like a phone call, um, a conversation with a host, um, who asks you questions, and then when you say something interesting, digs into it, goes deeper, kind of asks cursory questions around the topic, and just, creates like this engaged atmosphere where you're
Create
more
like this
comfortable,
vibe.
you're more, yeah, 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 it
Yeah.
creates a really engaged vibe where you're actually enjoying talking and you're sharing all this information. And then this creates like a treasure trove because now you
Yeah.
started, you have zero content, you don't know, like, what are you going to share? Generic stuff generated by ChatGPT? Anybody can do that. But you've already sort of eked out all of the information that you need. You just get this avalanche of information. And then,
And then you add your
like,
personal touch to it,
yeah,
given
then
you
you
would
slice it
be,
and dice
yeah.
it, and then you can post it as like t tweets, or you can put together a bunch of those slices together and create like an engaging LinkedIn post with a unique perspective. Or, you could chop it up into videos and then post it on like Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. But,
Yeah.
you have the content. You started with zero content, and now you have content. Other ways, like this is one way to sort of get past the cold start problem, which is you have zero content. I guess other ways could be like you link your existing account. We should really create a page. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's being said that should be inside a
You said something
page.
uh, about not anyone would be doing the same. The fact that, the user interacts with the host, that's an advert, like that's a plus. Like this is specific content to your speech, like to your product, whatever you try to talk about with the host.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it's not like anyone would come in and just do the same content.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, Maybe they already have existing content, in which case you could probably like drag a PDF and drop it
Import this. Yeah.
or import from existing social networks. Not sure how that's gonna work. Maybe we need to pay someone for something. Um, but we can look into that. Like maybe this could be like a coming soon feature. I think this could come later. Um, so we can have like an idea bank uh, thing at the bottom where we just add ideas. So so uh, record video and then use that to post on because I think video would be interesting, but it'd probably be another idea for later. We don't necessarily need to start with video. Um,
So what if like you chat with GPT and then like you chat with the tool and then based on the chats you get to decide what to generate. Like after your conversation with the host, like it asks you questions and all that, and then you can either get like a summary in an article, whatever,
yeah,
multiple articles
yeah, exactly. Like yeah, you could probably decide like what you want the output to be. Um, so input,
type.
yeah, input, and then for output, and this could be like articles, it could be LinkedIn, um, Twitter posts, um, emails, maybe email sequence. I don't know. Like I think those would probably be sufficient.
That's
Uh,
a very inclusive.
yeah. Maybe a script, like a video script? No.
Oh, that's a good idea. No, 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 that's a really good idea. It's an incredible idea, actually.
So you get like a video script for if you want to record your own thing.
Yeah.
Mm. Maybe like a suggestion of topics, topics, uh, video topics or post topics. I mean that would be part of the output is you would suggest a bunch. So it wouldn't be one article or one Twitter post. It
Yeah.
would be like a bunch of these.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about is like, okay, in a normal case scenario where you say I'm a startup and I want to start marketing for my product, what would I do? So I would first try to like let people know, obviously, by reaching out to possible customers, and I'll also start to do content stuff like market myself, SEO stuff, and all that. So I write posts, articles, participate in events to make people know. So I'm trying to figure out the things related to what we're doing that could be digitized. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to attend events, what could be an output that would be helpful for events,
Okay.
conferences, maybe meetups.
You mean the startup is about events?
So like what are the ways, like my ways to market for my startup? Like I would generate content, I would attend meetups,
Hmm.
conferences. Like I'm talking to my host, and after my conversation with the host, will generate articles for me if I want to post video scripts and probably event materials as well, like what could be useful for an event or a conference or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um,
Like it could feed, I'm thinking like the output, if we can think of so the output would be anything that would feed the marketing plan.
yeah, I agree. Though I think like it's helpful to like narrow down the use case to a particular niche. So one specific person
Okay.
who has one specific problem, and then that would give us a much clearer idea of what the potential solution might look like and how big of a problem it is for this individual.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk about like a bunch of potential use cases and then we gauge them to see which is most compelling. So that way, when we're designing our solution, it's not like a generic, solution that no one really gives a crap about. It's more like
Okay.
we have a specific persona in mind. Um,
There's one idea that came to mind when I was talking about. So in the outputs, what if we would get like you know, titles for ads? Um,
yeah,
for OCR, for example,
yeah,
الصور محتجزة. آه، um, افتحها بالاو سي ار شي تبي. You know what I'm saying? Like titles for ads, basically.
yeah. Ad
It
copy.
could be one of the outputs too.
Yeah. I guess that would be more like if you're collecting information about a particular business, then you might have enough information that you would then be able to generate ad copy. Uh, because like depending on the nature of
Yes.
information you get, like what the inputs are, right? If the inputs are going to be, okay, tell me
Yes.
about your background. Tell me about your background, how you kind of got involved. Let's say, you're trying to do something about Arabic OCR. Um, so this would be, okay, what's your background? What's your, intro, whatever. And then, um, okay, so talk about like your personal background and then how you decided to start Arabic OCR. And then, okay, what was the problem? what existing solutions did you try and then, not get satisfactory results with? And then what prompted you? This could be talking about like AI and, Google's AI being slept on and whatever. And then trying it out and just, having your mind blown. So stuff like that. I mean, basically it's like digging deep into the story, the person behind it, and then the challenges along the way, unique insights, stuff like that. And then yeah, I mean when I'm thinking about this, like my primary persona is like a bootstrapped founder or maybe a professional, so someone who's working at a company, knows a lot about a particular topic. Um, and maybe knows that they want to post. They should be posting more, especially on LinkedIn. For a lot of people, it's LinkedIn. They know they should be posting more, but they just feel paralyzed because, I don't know what to type. You're staring at an empty text box.
Exactly.
You want to put something out that's useful, and you kind of feel like you have that information in your head somehow, but it's just locked in there. So this helps
And there's
ease that.
also the time factor. So say for example, I'm talking to the AI and it understood everything about my business or startup or whatever I'm doing. Like if I'm doing it manually, I will take so much time to generate articles. Like I'd have to think about each and every article, correct it, spell check it. There's a lot of work involved. Like the workflow is pretty, the funnel is long.
Yeah.
With this, like instantly you'll be able to generate multiple articles, professional articles, very well, like all rounded, spell
Yeah,
check,
and AI can fill the
grammar.
gaps. Like it would use,
Yes,
so it would use your description to come up with different topics, and then maybe outlines of those topics just based on things that you mentioned during the podcast interview, and then it would fill in it would fill in the intro, the conclusion, parts of the body, like all of that stuff. It would go out and, retrieve additional information if it needs to, and then fill it in. And you just get an article that, uh, talks about, all of these different topics that you mentioned, maybe even in passing, during the course of of your interview with this AI.
agreed.
Awesome. So
And
I
I
kind of
think
feel like it's still a bit hazy
multiple,
from a user persona perspective. So let's see what it says. The ideal
can you elaborate?
persona. Okay, so it's saying entrepreneur. Okay, this is what you were talking about, right? Independent entrepreneur, startup founder. It could be an independent professional too. Okay, aspiring thought leader, industry expert. Okay, this covers like a lot of people. Um, active social media user, probably like a lurker, right? So someone who lurks, wants to start posting more, but hasn't gotten around to it yet for whatever reason. Build audience to boost professional credibility. Okay. Establish thought leadership and personal branding. Consistently share authentic insights without spending excessive time around. Okay. Okay. All right. I like this. I like this. Those pain points definitely hit a spot for me. Yeah,
I'm getting excited for this.
you're getting excited?
Yeah,
Same, man, same. Frequently consumes content, okay, but rarely produces their own. Exactly. Interested in AI tools that automate and streamline workflows, takes validation. Okay, community around their perspective. Oh man, this could blow up on LinkedIn. Like this is basically describing everyone on LinkedIn. Like I heard a stat somewhere that only 1% of people actually post on LinkedIn consistently. 1% of users. Uh, so that could be another.
maybe there's a reason why they don't post. Is it effective if you keep posting on LinkedIn?
Yeah, it is. بس يعني it's the same reason people don't do anything, right?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
People only search for PG-13.
What?
Well, most just Google PG-13 stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
It's a hidden message, man.
Okay.
Href, PG-13,
All right, yeah.
you get it.
I think I do. Okay. So, all right, I feel it. I feel like it's getting a bit of
Well, it should,
structure. It's still a bit unclear.
yeah,
Like, what,
it shouldn't
what?
just be LinkedIn, but yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't just be LinkedIn. You're right. But I kind of feel like between LinkedIn and X, you'd have the majority of people. It's not going to be images, so yeah, I don't know. That kind of feels like
Images of what?
it would be a separate thing. Like you're not going to generate Instagram images, um, or AI images.
Well, I think you will eventually.
Possibly.
I think we should add it to the output, man. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to generate images, then you
For
probably
is
want to input images too,
for
and you're not
Instagram, I
really going
mean.
to have images to input.
No, an image from the general vibe, like it would generate like a. We're talking Instagram stuff. Like in case you post stuff to Instagram, include like the prominent social media platforms
Okay. I don't see how
for
that
future.
solves
I
the
mean,
problem,
it's
though.
an
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. We'll
No,
put it
no,
in the
it's for
bank
the
for now.
future. Yeah.
Um, okay. I'm not sure which mic I have hooked up. Okay, is it this mic? Oh, it's my AirPods. Okay. Okay, it's probably better. My OBS doesn't allow me to click for some reason. I hope it's working. I hope the stream is
No,
working.
it is. It is
It is?
working.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Cool. So I still don't really understand like how this is going to okay, so this kind of tells me who the potential persona might be. Um so
But how it would look like
but how
is
would
what
the
we're.
thing actually look like? I don't know.
Yeah.
But before we dive into that, I gotta go hit the restroom and
Sure.
I'll be back shortly.
Welcome back. That's good. Okay, so I don't want to know the details.
Okay. All right, we're back on the live stream now. Um, okay, let's see what we got here. So,
Yes, man, yes.
key differentiators. Oh, it kept going. Effortless content creation, authenticity, reduce psychological barrier. Okay, I mean, I wonder how compelling it feels like this idea is. How compelling do you feel this idea is? And which channels can we explore for getting potential users? Also, what do you think the minimum version of a solution like this might look like in order to validate potential demand? I don't know why I need validation from like an AI. Do you feel like we need
Because it
validation?
will be doing the job.
The idea is quite compelling. That feels good, you know? It feels good to read it. It's like, hmm, okay, all right. The concept elegantly addresses this by lowering friction. Wow, okay. Writing an existing, oh, okay. Ghostwriting. Ah, okay. I don't think I mentioned ghostwriting anywhere. Oh,
Mhm.
maybe it was in the keywords. Okay.
Oh, it's still
Oh,
typing.
schedule your first AI session. Oh, oh, Wizard of Oz model initially. Deliver
Mhm,
posts to users
mhm,
via
mhm.
email or automated Notion page for review. Oh,
Wait, does so the first step, does it mean you didn't understand that it's going to be like AI doing the hosting? Meaning like why would they want to schedule a meet when they
oh,
can?
it's thinking like I guess you would simulate the AI, or you would do it, and then the user thinks it's an AI.
Okay.
Oh, okay. User voice. That's actually a good point, right? It's got to have. That's probably going to be a big obstacle that we would need to address.
So by does it sound authentic? Like it shouldn't be robotic.
Yeah. I guess a lot of people have this expectation that AI just pumps out like crap that sounds generic and sounds fake. Manual conversational testing. Validate willingness to pay. Double down on authenticity and conversational UX as core differentiator. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do manual, conversational, whatever. And we can build a simple version relatively quickly. I don't think it would take too long. Basically, uh, we're going to use one of those existing models, similar to Vapi or whatever else, and then it's okay if they do transcription because we're only using a single language here. We would then need to experiment with prompting. So we need to prompt the AI tell it it's an interviewer, double down on topics that the user shows excitement about or that, you think might be interesting. Um, that's probably the trickiest bit is the actual interview experience, right? I guess my thinking was, all right, we need to make a decision. We're either going to go with creating new content or tapping into existing content. Um, we need to pick a direction. Like it's going to be one of these. What do you think?
I think I would go for the new content because, well, existing content, see, it's like I'm thinking about this POV. Um, I'll be very excited when I start up my business. And if this tool does a good job for me, I'll keep using it. While as, existing content would require a little bit of, conforming to certain formats the user uploads to. And maybe it may not be very clear, or it could be generic content. So the output may not be as good as when you're actually generating the new content for them. So by generating new content, you're able to ask enough questions to be able to generate exciting, creative, new content for the end user. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I kind of feel like the problem statement is saying they struggle to create content. So maybe they don't have existing content, like in a lot of cases. Uh, and so this could definitely be a feature that we add. So we could drag it down to the ideas part, but I
Hmm.
don't think it's something we need to launch with.
But like initially, the very first version, I would say new content,
Yeah,
like
that
easy decision. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, so the obvious thing, so from a UX perspective, I guess, or a UI perspective, the way I kind of imagine it works is like, let's say you signed up to the service, you're ready to start, there's going to be like a big fat red record button, which you're going to smash, and you also need to give it a topic that you want to. Okay, so maybe like a topic that you want to focus on. It seems like a lot of the risk is around, okay, how engaging is this going to be like as a conversation? Is this actually going to be something that's good or is it going to be horrible um, and painful? So I think the sooner we can try that, the better. So let's go ahead and do a test. We'll hit I mean, you can use anything for this, but I kind of feel like Vappy might be maybe the easiest way to go about doing this, or something like retail. Retail. Vapio Retail, one of them. We'll create a new assistant. Um, or auto market. Okay, so uh, blank.
So you'll hook Vapi to ChatGPT, or what are
No,
you planning to use Vapi for?
no. You can select which model you want to use, so we can just select it from here. Um, we could select
Ah,
ChatGPT or Claude or
okay,
something
okay.
else.
The
Yeah,
conversation. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and so I kind of feel like Claude
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
probably be
Yeah.
a good fit for this. Files. Oh, you can add files too.
Gemini is also good.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Oh, enable this property to detect users' emotions such as anger, joy, and feed it as additional context. Okay. Um, Max tokens
If it
the
works.
assistant will generate. Okay, so this is how much it will talk. We don't want it to talk much, so I guess 250 is probably more than enough. System prompt. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you can use AI to help you with the prompt. Um, And generate the system prompt that we will feed into the AI that will be responsible for interviewing the user. The AI should be uh, friendly and focus on extracting as much information as possible, especially from topics that the user shows a keen interest in. We'll also be asking the user beforehand for what their topic of choice is. So you can just feed that as a variable into the system prompt for the interviewer. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I like that. Open-ended, insightful, and thought-provoking questions. Ooh, gently prompting for elaboration if you sense deeper. I love this. I love this. Beautiful. Extract genuine, detailed, and authentic content from the user's responses, creating ample raw material that can be later polished into high-quality social media posts. Ooh, there's an example too? Okay. All right, let's take it. Think that's a good first draft. Okay, so we'll just hard code this initially, and then we can switch it up later. Um, what's the first question? Oh no, we're getting dropped frames. Poor quality connection. Do you feel like my voice is laggy?
Well, there are some moments where I lose a few frames.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. I think those moments would be more
But the
pronounced
voice is
for our
like the
live
voice
stream
is
viewers.
like,
The
no,
voice is
it's I
crystal
think
clear.
it's pretty okay. Like yes, it is.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Beautiful. All right, I'm not sure what the first message would be. This can also be a URL to a containerized audio file. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Could be an audio file.
Why why would you provide an audio file?
I
Audio
guess.
podcast.
Yeah, maybe a recorded intro.
Hmm.
All right, so that's the model selection. Then there's transcriber, deepgram, and okay, yeah, that's fine. Voice, Sarah. How do we test out the voice? This is the most annoying thing with VAPI is like you can't actually listen to the voice until you start a call. It's ridiculous. Okay, whatever. We'll pick Sarah.
Yeah.
Background sound. Okay. That's if you want like an office background. Okay, all right. Make the bot say words like
I think we
yeah,
should do the
while
office
listening.
thing.
No, it just sound weird, man. Why do you want the office vibe?
Being you're in office discussing with your teammates, brainstorming together.
Okay. We can
Maybe
try it in the
be
next
better for
call.
you.
Style exaggeration. Greatly increase generation speed. Okay. Use speaker boost. Some generation speed. Okay. All right. No functions. Advanced HIPAA compliance, PCI, audio recording, video recording. Hmm. How long the assistant waits before speaking? Smart. Smart and pointing. Not sure what that's about. Maybe we should turn it off.
It's like there are so many options.
Yeah. Back off seconds, silence, timeout, maximum duration, keypad input. Okay. Ah, all right. Analysis. Okay, we don't need that either. I think that's probably good for a first test. Claude 3.5 Sonnet beta computer use? What's that? Maybe haiku? I don't know if it's a sonnet or haiku that we should be using. Maybe haiku, opus. They're all the same. I guess sonnet then. Okay. I think we are ready to give this a shot. Let's see. All right, well, what topic are we going to try? Let's try and emulate one that potential user might
Let's
use,
try.
right?
Which one?
You want to talk to the AI? You want to talk to the AI?
We lost you there for a few seconds.
Oh yeah?
Who, me?
Yeah. I think
Sure.
it's my VPN.
Let's
This
try it.
the problem is the internet wasn't working without the VPN, so I've had to keep the VPN on, which is why we're seeing
Hmm.
horrible dropped frames. Uh, like this stream is probably going to be really bad. It's probably very bad, unfortunately. What? It's only 4 minutes long? You what? The voice sounds fine, but the thing is only
Hello.
4 minutes long. Can you hear me?
Lost you there for a minute. You're back.
Oh man. Man, the stream has been cut off. It's only 4 minutes long.
What?
The stream is 4 minutes long.
How
Oh,
come it's
wow.
been running for forever?
It says started streaming 49 minutes ago, but it's only 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream and then do a restart, and then maybe we can proceed.